This is a meditation that's meant for relaxation. I'm going to eventually use it when I'm sitting with people who are on hospice, who are nearing the end of their lives, and who may be in a fair amount of physical pain, who may have a lot of anxiety, may have just a lot with them all the time. So at that point, it will be meant as a relaxation practice that they can come back to repeatedly, both live with me and by themselves. In the meantime, I'm kind of shaping it, trying things out. Yeah, I would invite anybody to use it. Anybody who wants to relax, anybody who's having trouble falling asleep, anybody with chronic pain, anybody who's caregiving for somebody who is in a lot of pain or nearing the end of their lives. You could try playing it for them. Yeah, I would love to hear feedback in the comments if you have any parts of it that worked for you or didn't work so well for you. There's also a Spotify playlist that is paired with it. I will have the description for the playlist in the video. I'll have the link to the playlist in the video description. So don't start it quite yet. I will tell you when to start it. It's timed with it. But go ahead. You could go ahead and find that playlist now. Yeah, go ahead and get that pulled up. And when you're ready, you can hit start on the playlist. And now I'm going to keep talking for a second just so you can modulate the volumes. So get the volume of the music at a comfortable relative quality to the volume of my voice. And once that's settled, you can go ahead and get comfortable. I recommend laying down, maybe in bed, maybe on the floor, on a yoga mat, wherever's comfortable for you, or if you would prefer to sit, that's fine too. And notice what is in your experience right now. As you start to check in on your inner landscape, what's it made of? What physical sensations do you notice? Pain, tension, comfortable, nice feelings. Maybe parts of your body that feel hot or cold. Any little feelings of static or any pulses and rhythms you're aware of in your body. Get a sense for your emotional landscape. Are there any feelings that are noticeable for you right now? Where do you notice them in your body? And any thoughts that are swirling or looping or moving through your experience in any way? Notice your breath. Notice what it's doing without asking it to change at all. Where in your body do you feel your breath most prominently? Maybe your belly, your lungs, your chest, your nose, somewhere else. Now I'm going to invite you to offer this whole landscape, this whole experience of yourself, a little more space. So if you imagine a bubble surrounding your body at the barrier of the skin, like a bodysuit, a bubble bodysuit surrounding your body. See if the bubble can just open out a little bit. Move out from your body a little bit. And see if you can settle and relax into the space that's opened up by that bubble expanding. And now I'm going to describe a room for you. A room that you can walk into and settle into if you'd like to. So you're like in a hallway, you see a door to this room, but before you come in, there's a shelf just before the door to this room. Maybe you can put some of these things on the shelf before you walk in, just for the space of this meditation. See if some of your thoughts, feelings, sensations, concerns, pains, without trying to change them or do anything with them. See if you can sit them on the shelf outside this room. And now you're going to enter the space. It's very dark inside the room. Lots of black, shades of dark purple. But it's somehow very full also. It's a shimmering, warm, inviting, cozy darkness. You can let yourself be enveloped in this darkness and rest. Maybe there's a bed in this room you can imagine resting in. And the quality of this darkness, this cozy web, this shimmering space, the quality is that nothing is needed from you in this space. There's nothing you have to do or be here. You can be exactly as you are. You can simply exist with no demands whatsoever placed on you. Even if you don't want to do this meditation, you don't have to. Now I'm going to have you feel into your lower body, starting with your feet. And we're going to invite your body, bit by bit, to just turn off the lights, relax, go to sleep. So starting with your feet, you can invite them to dissolve into the darkness of the space. Now your ankles, your shins and calves, offering your lower legs permission to rest. next to your knees and your thighs. You can turn off the light there. Your hips, the entire bowl of your pelvis, including your genitals, can rest. Start to dissolve and fade into the cozy dark space around them. Your stomach and gut, and all the way through to your low back. Your core, your solar plexus. Permission, invitation offered to relax, to let go. Now, as we get to your heart space, before we invite your heart space to relax, I'm going to ask you to think about a place that you used to go when you were a kid. A place where you felt really safe and at ease. A place you loved going to. Anywhere besides your home. So maybe a relative's house, a friend's house, a park, indoors, outdoors, a house, a spot in nature, a public place. Anywhere where you really felt like yourself. And I want you to go back there now. Can you remember what it sounded like when you were there? Can you remember the sound of voices talking and laughing, or the sound of birds chirping, or the sound of music playing? Whatever that specific space sounded like. Remember what it smelled like there? Cookies baking in the oven, maybe. Pine needles freshly lit by the sun. What did that space smell like for you? Can you smell it now? Now I want you to remember how you felt when you were there. Is it a happy place? A lively place? A really calm and quiet place? And as you remember, let yourself feel those same feelings now. Let it move through your body. You can sort of walk around the place in your memory if you want to. Get a whole lay of the land. Remember what it looked like, felt like, from different angles, different rooms, if there were rooms. remember or feel all of the details of the space that you have with you. And now I want you to simply thank this place for being what it was for you. A place where you could feel safe, where you felt like yourself. A place that stayed with you in memory for so long. Now, we'll let that fade away into the darkness and invite our heart spaces, our chests, all the way through the upper back to also turn the light off and relax. Now your shoulders, your spine, your whole back. What's ready to let go to sleep? And if you drift off to sleep in this meditation, that's great too. No need to stay awake for the whole thing. Now both arms, you can do one at a time, as if there's a dimmer switch on your wall. You can gradually dim each arm. Your neck. This neck has carried your head around for your entire life. Now it's time for your neck to rest. You can play around with how deeply your neck can relax. With each exhale, see if you can allow your neck to relax even deeper. Completely give the weight of your head to what it might be resting against, a pillow or the floor. How much can your neck be relieved of its duties and fully rest? And finally, your head. You can let your head move into the darkness of the space around you, this shimmering, inviting, cozy darkness. So the boundaries between your body and the darkness around you start to blur. Now I want you to imagine the sky overhead. So it's as if the room that you're in has no ceiling, no roof. You're laying there under the sky. You can see it in your mind's eye, or you can just feel it. When I lived in New Mexico, the sky felt so big there that walking down the street, I felt like I was up in the sky. See if you can get that sense with the sky surrounding your bed, like a panorama. Maybe it feels like a giant, loving blanket that you're wrapped in. What color does the sky want to be in this space for you? It can be any color. And is it changing, shifting, or is it stagnant? Is it a pitch black night sky? Or a brilliant blue with puffy white clouds? Maybe there are storm clouds. Maybe it's a night sky full of shining stars and a full moon. So a brightly lit night. What does your sky look like? And I want you to play around with enjoying observing this sky, either looking at it or feeling it, while also playing around with being that sky. What does it feel like to be the entire sky? That brings us to the end of the meditation. And if you'd like to stay with the sky for as long as you want, please do so.